Hi, this is Glenn with Freedom for Life Fitness, and today we're going to talk about 4 exercises that can help reverse aging. The first one is just hanging. So hanging from a bar is a great way to help reverse aging. Now, if you're not quite strong enough to hang from a bar, you can put your feet on the ground and take some of the pressure off of your arms. But holding onto a bar or hanging has been shown to improve grip strength. And we also know that people who can hold on to a bar for longer periods of time have greater longevity. It also opens up your shoulders, so it helps with shoulder function and helps prevent shoulder injuries. Now, any amount of hanging is a good idea, but working up to 5 minutes a day would be great. And also, I talked briefly earlier about longevity. Dr. Peter Attia has shown that women who can do a dead bar hang for 90 seconds have much greater longevity than those who can't. For men, and this is for over 40, so if you're over 50, and you can do this, you're even on a better road. So for men over 40, if you can hang for 2 minutes from a bar, your longevity is dramatically increased. So that's the first exercise that can help reverse aging. The second exercise is the deep squat. So it will look like this. You're just getting low, and this is how a lot of other cultures just hang out. You should be able to do this. If you can do this, you're going to have better ankle flexibility, knee flexibility, hip flexibility, leg strength. There's so many positive things to being able to do a deep squat. Now, you may say, hey, Glenn, I can't do that. Well, there's a couple things that you can do to help so you can do that. Number 1 is you can hold on to something to prevent you from falling backwards. Number 2, use a band or something where it's going to pull you up, but it's only going to pull you up a little bit, so you're still using those legs. Also, propping up your heels on plates can be beneficial and make that easier as well. But over time, you want to get to the point where you can just squat and just hang out here and do it for minutes. So if you can do that, you're going to reverse aging. So you may ask, well, how long should I do it? Any amount of time is good, but working up to several minutes per day is going to help you reverse aging. So that's the second exercise that you can do to reverse aging. Okay, the third exercise is similar to the second exercise. It's called the sit to stand. And as you can see, I brought a couple of friends here. So depending on your ability, you want to start using just a chair. So sit to stand. Now, do you think I want you to stay there forever? No. So we want to go lower and lower. These are fantastic. They're individual blocks. So it starts, this is about 14 to 16 inches. And so ideally, you should want to be able to get down and touch. And then over time, you try to go lower. Now, you really don't need to get a whole lot lower than this, but what you can see here is you can see that my hips are well below my knees, and that's the objective. You should be able to get your hips below your knees, and you should be able to hang out there. So this would be sit to stand, breaking that position where your hips are below your knees and be able to sit to stand 10 times. It's a little easier taking your hands out in front because it acts like a counterbalance. But if you want to make it harder, you just put your hands down at your side. And you could also even add dumbbells or weights to your body to make it even harder. But sit to stand is the third exercise that if you master, you're going to reverse aging. Okay, and our fourth and final exercise is really a few exercises in one that you want to make sure that you work on to reverse aging. One of the most overlooked components of a fitness routine as we age is balance. So really, just like strength training or any type of fitness, you have to challenge yourself to change yourself. So if you never do anything that challenges your balance isn't going to improve, it's going to get worse. So we can do things like standing on one leg and holding. So for example, trying to hold this up for say 10 seconds, that would be an example. A lot of people do a bicep curl. And so where you narrow your base of support, that makes balance harder. So doing like a heel toe with a bicep curl is killing two birds with one stone. You're working on balance as well as strength. So that's another example of something that will challenge your balance. And lastly would be an old toe touch. So you're just trying to touch your toe and stand up. I'm a little out of practice here. Touch your toe and stand up. So we want to challenge our balance in order to improve our balance, and that's going to help reverse aging. In addition to challenging our balance is we need to strengthen our core. So doing things like planks, side planks, and bridges will strengthen our core. You say, well, how will that reverse aging? Having a strong core will help you be more functional. It will ward off back pain and allow you to move more functionally. So you may have seen people who bend or hunched over. If you have a strong and flexible core, that's not going to happen to you. So that's another thing that you can do. So in summary, the 4 things that I want you to work on to reverse aging: hanging, squatting, sit to stand, which is a version of squatting, and then work on our core and balance. I like to say they're really two in the same, because if you have better balance, you're going to be strengthening your core. So if you can do those exercises, you're going to ward off aging, and that's what I want you to do. This is Glenn, and we'll see you next time.
Thanks for watching. If you like this video, give us a thumbs up below and subscribe to our channel. Also, head over to freedomforlifefitness.com and learn more about how we can help you reach your health and fitness goals.